Hello guys, I hope y'all having an awesome day. So what I want to help is my farmer people that sew like me. I want to help you guys purchase things that will be very beneficial for your sewing collection. Like what's something that you'll really need, what's something that'll really help you, that'll make your sewing game easier. So I want to go through some of those things, and I just got something today, and I'm so excited about it because, you know, when we sew them, we use a whole lot of pins and different stuff like that. So I just want to show y'all a couple things that is very helpful for me as a person that's in the sewing game. Okay. So these here, right here, what this is, these are... You know how you might get a jogging suit, and in that jogging suit that tie might come out? What this is, you would take that jogging suit piece of fabric and you would thread it through here, pull it, and you would take this and go all the way through your jogging suit until you get this around on the other side and pull it out, where you will rethread your jogging tie. Okay, you will rethread your jogging tie. This is really good to have because a lot of times it come out. Another thing that is really good for your sewing thing, especially when you're doing with elastic, want to pull elastic through and different things like that, this will be, and get the good ones. Can't get it all the way out, but I'll just show you one. But order heavy duty safety pins, from Amazon, because what this will do, so say for instance when you want to thread elastic through your skirt or whatever, you take that elastic, say for this elastic, after you done sewed it down, you'll put this safety pin right through the elastic, and you would thread this elastic. Sorry guys, you would thread this. Stop rolling, baby. Stop rolling. Stop rolling. It's on my turntable. You would thread. Let me push it back so it don't matter. You would thread that elastic all the way through. Okay, you would thread that elastic all the way through. Okay. So that's real good to have, to help you see to thread your needles, even if you're doing hand needles, threading your sewing machine, magnifying glasses. These is really good to have. Will make your sewing life 10 times easier. Magnifying glasses. What this is hemming tape. So like if a lot of times you don't want to do a lot of sewing on your pins and you really don't know how to sew, hemming tape. So you get this hemming tape where it's got double-sided glue on each side. You put this at the bottom of your blue jeans, fold it to where you need it, take an iron and put this hemming tape around. It comes in different widths. So if you see, it's different sizes that you can get, and you can get it in white, you can get it in black, but must have. Okay, so in your universal sewing, one thing that you will need is these different zipper foot. So when you're putting in a zipper, you need a zipper foot. You know, a lot of your machines, if you get them new, it come with it. So you got the zipper foot, you got your glide foot if you're working with fur, feather, different stuff like that. You have your buttonhole. These is accessories that you're gonna need that would be great with your sewing machine. So also when you're doing stuff like, I hate to be moving my stuff, when you got to do hand sewing, right? Okay, so if you're going to get into the hand sewing, you see this dress right here, this pretty one right here with all this, you cannot sew that on a sewing machine. You will have to hand sew that. So you definitely want to get hand needles for hand sewing. So when you have to do that, it is a must-have. You want to get in the sewing game, you're going to need this. This is something that you're really going to need. Okay, moving right along. nippers. So when you're doing a lot of cutting and when you're cutting your thread and different stuff like that, and you're working on your sewing machine, and we work with a lot of thread, so this will help. Like a lot of times I do a whole lot of cleanup like after my sewing, because I don't have my nippers right there and I just keep sewing. So at the end of your sewing, instead of doing it like when you get to the end of something, clip, 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 where you won't have to go back and do a whole lot of cleanup. I be lazy and I do it in the end, which it gives me a lot more work. But get these nipple cutters for sewing. So when you go on Amazon, put in accessories for sewing, and you'll come up with all these beautiful things. A must-have, a seam ripper. You definitely need a seam ripper. Like this, I started and I sewed down the seam on this dress, but this one is going to have a split in the front, so I use the seam ripper to open this right back up to give me the split. So when I line up the seams, and this beautiful dress is not put together, I'm still missing some key pieces, so a lot of times I just get my stuff pre-made for you guys, and I'll just kind of come along and kind of show you. So a seam ripper is a must have in your arsenal. So to my new lady that's sewing, I hope this video reach you. This is all the stuff you're really gonna need, okay? So and here is marking chalk. So when you write and want to write on your pattern, or even when y'all see me doing the duct tape method off of my thing, you're gonna need these markable pens and pencils and chalk, so you can mark where your dart got to be. So a lot of times when I'm getting ready to sew this and I need to know where I'm gonna sew, I will use this, and this chalk is removable, so I can put these markings right on to the fabric without doing damage to the fabric. So when I go to line this dress up to put it together and I take it off, my pen is holding it as a guide, I know right where to do my markings. I know right where to mark it up. You're never gonna go wrong with washable, removable markers for sewing, okay? Don't get permanent, because you write on this, it ain't coming out of the fabric, okay? So that's real important to have. And I got a lot of seam rippers in here and stuff like that. Okay, I own sergers. So with me owning serger, these is different little tweezers. And I'm going to turn around and show y'all what a serger is. So when you get to that point, serger, tweezers is a must for your serger. These is screws for your serger, where you can untighten it, tighten it up, do different things to change your needles and stuff when you're dealing with your serger. And I'm gonna turn it around and show y'all the serger in a second. Where's my other needle? Okay, I just saw something back there. So that is a must. This is another lube turner. So when you got that fabric and you need to thread something and you need to sew it down, and you need to do the long lube turner, like when I do the spaghetti scraps on here, these lube turners is amazing to have. Interfacing, when y'all hear me talk about interfacing and I'm making these pieces and different stuff like that, interfacing is a must in your arsenal when you start making these beautiful dresses to give them great structure. And sorry about my speech impediment, I can't pronounce everything correctly. So you must have that. You must have that in your arsenal. Masking tape, you must have in your arsenal. Get you some masking tape. You can get it off of Amazon. You can get multiple rolls, up to 5 to 6 rolls. This is how I make a lot of my pattern pieces. Paper, you can get pattern paper off of Amazon, or if you want to recycle, use newspaper and tape all your papers together to make your pieces. Paper is a must when you are in the sewing game. You can never go wrong with needles. Always double buy. Let me show you. Universal needles. So for me, with me sewing and having all this sewing stuff, I have purchased universal needles. So when I'm saying universal needles, meaning I'm buying these needles in bulk. I'm not getting a little 3-pack or the 4-pack from Hobby Lobby and Michael's and spending a lot of that money. You see this? I buy volume of needles, and each one of these needles do different things. They do different things. So if you got a brother, put in the name of your brother. What what brother you got, and then put in a needle. So if you're using denim, they got denim needle, lace needles, different needles for different things. But I buy it in volume so that I won't have to be, oh God, I broke a needle, what am I gonna do? I have my stuff in volume. A finger thimble when you're doing hand sewing, and push that through. A must have a finger thimble for your sewing. So all of these things are very important and will make your sewing life 10 times easier. Of course, sewing pins. Yes, we need sewing pins. I buy mine in volume at Amazon. I put in sewing pins. So yes, I have my sewing pins right here, and I put it in volume, and I get sewing pins, and you know, it makes my life 10 times easier. That's how you can pin all this and, you know, get things great. When you move up in the world, get you a sewing mannequin. Only sew.coms, only mannequins, and do your measurements. So when you order a mannequin, get a mannequin more similar to your size, so you could be a walking advertisement for yourself. So when y'all wonder, all these clothes don't go in vain and I don't got to go find people to wear my product. I'm walking advertisement for myself. That's why all these dresses, they be like, what are you going to wear all this? I don't know, but I'm walking advertisement for myself. And if I have to put on a dress and take a picture and post it, I don't got to go seeking somebody to wear my stuff or pay them. I'm walking advertisement for myself. I believe in me. If I believe in me, it's easy to convince somebody else. So please get involved in that, and don't body shame yourself. Don't feel like you got to be a 2 or 3 or 4, or you got to have plastic surgery to model your clothes. No, the world is so different now. The world is so different now. Like, to be honest, they're shaming a lot of people. You know, I've had plastic surgery, lipo and all this stuff, and you know, they try to shame people that have plastic surgery. So don't feel like you have to have your body a certain kind of way. If that's your desire, then that's your desire, but I'm just letting you know that wear your clothes, make them, and just put that love, that energy into your clothes. Make your clothes. Sewing clips. Sewing clips, these work wonders because these can hold your fabric in place without using a whole bunch of pins. So when y'all see when I do the hats, I transfer it over into these sewing pins. Sewing pins is a must. Of course, everybody know that we need scissors. We need scissors. We need shears when we're in the sewing world. Okay. And I even got special clips when I am doing boning. So when I'm cutting boning, I don't use my regular scissors. I even got special scissors when I am doing paper. So with all these different things, yes, all of these things is very important in the sewing world. And of course, rulers. Rulers, yes, rulers and sewing curves and stuff like that. Hold on, Gino, I'm trying to help my fellow sewers here. They need us. They need our help. So you see these, yes, these are curve rulers and stuff like that. So when you're making pencil skirts and armholes and all these different things, yes, Amazon got all of these rulers, and they are affordable. And don't worry if you don't know how to use them. You can go on YouTube and there's somebody that's using these beautiful rulers and showing you how to use them. Yes. So these curve rulers, so these are called French curves rulers, and they got different size. So they got the hip curve. Can you see that? Armhole, straight ruler, so all these different rulers, and it show you how to use it and make those different curves and stuff like that. This one is flexible. So if I wanted to make one of those, you know how they make those circle, fabrics where you'll cut the fabric around in a circle, and you can make it do some really fantastic things. This is what this ruler do. A hot glue gun. Hot glue gun always come in handy, because sometimes I might want to do stones and I might don't want to sit there and do a bias piece like this and sew it. So I will use a handy dandy hot glue gun to make sure that your stone does not fall off. Always go with Gorilla Glue. Okay, because a lot of times you could get an unbrand hot glue, and I'm gonna be honest, sometimes you could be walking around and thinking that you got all your stuff together, and as you walking around the room, your stones is falling off by the second. So I would suggest go with hot Gorilla Glue if you're going with hot glue. And I will also say to you guys to E6000, B7000, those are wonderful, but those glues have to lay flat. You kind of got to let them take shape, take form, and then you start to glue. Bless you, babe. And you go from there. So I'm giving y'all all of these tips. Bobbins is always good to have, because if you want to increase your sewing and go much faster, a bobbin, you always get spare bobbins, but make sure the bobbin will fit your machine. I'm going to flip this beautiful baby around. Hold on, Gino. Stop being scared, okay? We're just trying to get through this, okay? Don't be scared. Let's sit this back. We're trying to help our fellow sewers. So lighting is very good. This is a portable light that I got off of Amazon, and it clicks to the metal of my sewing machine, so I can turn this on and it can give me more light in need of sewing. If I can't see too well, I can utilize this light and I will be able to see my sewing project much more clearer. Okay? Okay, we're moving it right along. I am finna turn this sewing machine around, and I'm going to show you. I own 2 Serges, multiple sewing machines. I have heavy duty, Jukies, and everything, because I've decided a long time ago what I wanted to do with my sewing world. So when you decide something, you just, bless you, babe, you just take it in motion and want to do it. We finna flip this camera around real quick. This is a Serger, and I'm so sorry. It is. My camera is greasy. Sorry, y'all. Try to get it. Okay, so this is a Brother Serger, okay? That's a Brother Serger, and I do all black thread in there. That one is a overlock white Serger there. So I do that, and as you can see above there, sorry about my sewing room. This is where it all goes down. This is where all my babies at. It used to be a closet. Hey, this room is not designed for perfection. This room is designed to put in work, okay? So we're not on a judge committee in here to say, oh, it's this, that, and that. Sometimes people be here for the wrong reason, but I'm here for my sewers to let y'all know what would make your life 10 times easier. So those are a lot of things. And the last final thing that I'm going to show y'all, and I'm just on a roll for you guys. Gino, you ready to show them? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Look at this. This right here. I just got this today. This was $8.99. This is a sewing gauge. So what this will do, so y'all know when it come time for me to have to hem all these dresses and everything. And a lot of times to get the perfect hem, I will have to put a lot of pins and everything in this to make my hem be even and different stuff like that. They got all different type of roll hems with magnets that stick right to your sewing machine. That baby, no more pins, and it makes all your sewing even. When you even it out, you're going to get that business all the way around. Okay, so I'm finna turn it around, and we finna do a little quick demo to show y'all how this worked. This was $9.99. And to my lady that's sewing, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. No more doing all them pins. Once you line it up, you ready. Okay, let's turn this around, baby. Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, give me a second. Let me sit it right here, and I'm going to show y'all. Okay. Okay. So, let me turn it around. So, y'all see that? So, it is magnetic, okay? So as you can see, I could take this. It's a magnetic, right? I sit this right here. So you see how this roll is right here? Just watch this. And of course, I don't got none of this even. This is not. But if I had all this even, do you see that, baby? Okay, let me turn it around. So do you see that? So what that is doing, now, if I was for perfection, and doing it correctly, everything correctly, had all my fabric lined up and had it all evenly right. You see, Gino, do you see that? This folded over for me, and it's giving me, Gino, you're going to pop my dress up. You got to go. You got to go. You got to lay low. Go ahead on now. But it holds that in place where I can be able to hem this without using all them safety pins and everything else and going around. When I saw this gadget, I was like, Lord Jesus, thank you. Thank you for making things easier for me. And I really appreciate that. And I really deserve to have that. So I hope that I went through this at a speedier thing. So a lot of my supplies come from Amazon. I'm a cone girl. Oh, let me show you this. And if you don't have this, what this is a cone holder. See that? Because a cone is not going to fit on this sewing machine, okay? So this is a cone thread holder. And as you can see, I buy my cones in bulk. I buy them in bulk, okay? What that does is, you know, when I have all these different colors, and don't be afraid, if you're in the sewing game, hey, buy all colors. Definitely black, definitely white, red, blue, turquoise, orange, green, blue, purple. Just buy, and I buy my stuff in bulk so that I would always have it available. Like, I need to have this stuff. So when you decide that that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. I hope that I was able to answer all of these quick questions and the stuff that's very important for you when you make that conscious decision that you're going to be a designer and you're going to sew all these amazing things. Go all out. So I would say, if you gave yourself a $100 budget, right, and out of all this stuff that y'all heard me name, y'all can get everything on that list that I said. Every single thing on that list, you can get it with $100 budget. Just keep shopping, and if they don't got that affordable, so when you do the spools of cone, do black, white, red, or something like that, the 3 cones, and you know, then you do your needles in bulk, then you do just everything, and just keep going, and you probably can get almost everything on that list for under $100. Make it affordable for you. But those things are very important, and I'm so grateful. And I didn't get all my stuff at one time, so you don't have to get all your stuff at one time. This is, you know, just me just always advancing, learning, studying, making my sewing things greater. So I buy stuff all the time, you know, to add to my sewing collection. So I hope that this helps. So you guys have an awesome day. So all of those tools will make your sewing life easier. Thanks for watching. Toodles.